Hi guys, Tony Javier coming at you today talking about setting goals. So this is very important, especially if you're new in this program and you're just getting started. We need to help create some goals to, I guess, to have something to shoot for, right? Anytime that I start my day, I like to have goals. I like to have goals for the week. I like to have goals for the month. I like to have goals for the year, right? So that I know that throughout time, I can look at those and say, am I reaching my goals? Am I hitting the targets and the milestones that I've created for myself to kind of see where I'm at, right? And so I want you to do the same thing. I want you to create goals for this program. I want you to create goals for yourself, for your life, for anything you do. If you don't have some kind of a goal attached to it, two things happen. One is it's probably something that's not that important, right? It's something that that you can live without, right? And two, if you don't have goals set to it, then the chances of achieving those goals is going to be much less likely, right? Because you need something to shoot for. It's just like if you were to drive cross country from Tampa, Florida to San Diego, which I did recently. And I didn't know that the goal was San Diego. And I didn't know that there was a milestone for Nashville, Tennessee, and Kansas City, Missouri, and Denver, Colorado, and have those different milestones to those goals. It would have been much more difficult, right? If I just said I wanted to hit the West Coast, where on the West Coast? Maybe Vegas is considered the West Coast. Maybe Oregon is the West Coast, right? It's much different than the goal that I wanted to achieve, which was San Diego. I wanted to land in San Diego, and to get there, I had to go through Nashville. I had to go through Kansas City. I had to go through these different parts that I wanted to go through and visit, and got me to my end goal, right? I broke it down into chunks, and I was able to achieve it. So let's look at some of the things that you need to goals you need to create and how to create them, right? So all of us have heard, or most of us have heard of the acronym S.M.A.R.T, which is specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, time-bound, right? So I'm going to take a few of those parts of what people teach as SMART goals and break it down for you a little bit. So the first two are specific and measurable, and the last one's time-bound. And I think those are the three main elements of goals that I like to, or elements that I like to put in the goals that I create, to make sure that they are specific, that I know exactly what they are, that they're measurable, that after a month, a week, or whatever time frame I put on it, I can look back and say whether I accomplished it or not. And they're time bound. I need to create them I need to do it by this amount of time, right? So for a lot of us, our goals are, I want to lose weight. I want to, my New Year's resolution is to be happier. I want to make more money. Well, here's $1, you just made more money, right? Or have more money. So what we need to do is we need to be much more specific, right? So if you want to lose weight, how much weight do you want to lose? Do you want to lose 5 pounds? Do you want to lose 10 pounds? Do you want to lose 100 pounds? Let's put a time frame on it. I want to lose 5 pounds in 30 days. In fact, for me, one of my goals this last month personally was to gain 3 pounds. I've lost 40 pounds since high school, mainly muscle. I used to be a football player and pretty built. And over time, with stress and things and life, I've lost 40 pounds, right? And a lot of that was muscle. I'm still lean, I'm still toned, I'm still fit. But I want that. I still want that, strength and that little bit of bulkiness back, just for me, just because that's what I want. So for me, I want to gain 3 pounds this last month, and I did it. And by knowing what my goal was, mentally, I'm working subconsciously to make that happen. I've been to the gym more now that I've had that goal. I've been more consistent. I've done those things, and I actually ended up breaking it down that I want to do 4 workouts every week, put a time on it, put what I wanted to do every single one of those days, so it was more attainable. So Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Saturday were my workout days, and this is what I was going to do on every single day. So my goal was specific. I want to gain 3 pounds in 30 days. It's measurable. After 30 days, if I've gained 3 pounds, I've hit my goal. And it's time bound. I want to do it in 30 days, right? So take those 3 things and put it into your goals, right? So let's talk about some of the goals that you have in your life and in your business, right? So, if you're new to this course, it may be to spend 1 hour every single day listening to this course, or listening to anything in general, or educating myself in general. So after a week, you can look back and you can say, have I done an hour every single day, right? For our business, we want to buy a certain amount of houses each month, in each week and each year, right? So my core market, our goal is to buy 72 houses. In one market, I want to buy 72 houses in 1 year, and then we break it down into week. Every single week, we say, this is our goal this week. Did we meet it? Did we not? If we didn't, we carry it over to the next week. Here's our goal for this week. If we met it, great. We add 2 to the next week, or what's that? 1.5, whatever that number is, to get to 72. But I think it's like 1.5 or something like that. We add that every single week so that we know what our goal is. What is our goal for that week? It's specific, it's measurable, and it's time bound. Now, some of you are saying, well, why aren't you going after the attainable, right? Because, I've told that goals should be attainable. There's some truth to that, right? You want to have the goals that are attainable, but, when someone went to the moon, did people think that was attainable? No, it wasn't, right? At least at that time it wasn't. I'm sure there are many other examples that we could come up with that when people had these goals, they weren't necessarily attainable, right? Now, if you want to make $10 million next year, we'll talk about that. Could you make $10 million next year? Absolutely, you could. You could develop some sort of app. You could come across some kind of huge apartment building that you wholesale or buy or whatever and make $10 million. 100% attainable. But you may want to dial it down a little bit. Maybe say $1 million. And you know what? If you fall well short of that $1 million and you make $100,000 your first year in real estate, that's pretty good, right? So I don't want to focus so much on attainable as I do just being specific, being something that you can measure, and putting something time-bound on it, right? So what you need to do is find yourself an accountability partner. This could be someone that is your friend. This could be someone that is a mentor. This could be someone that you pay. It could be many different people. Just make sure that the person that you choose is a person that's going to keep you accountable. It's the person that is going to make sure that you stay on track, and someone that will hold you to high standards. And accountability partner is pretty simple. It's just someone that you meet with every single week that you can say what your goals are. So a typical accountability meeting is two-sided. Is I have my goals, you have your goals. I tell you what my goals were for last week. I tell you how I did, and then I tell you what I need to do the following week. And my accountability partner will ask me questions. Will ask me how I did last week. Will ask me what are the things that you did to accomplish your goals. Why didn't you accomplish this goal? What are you going to do next week to accomplish this goal that you didn't accomplish? And maybe even put rewards and or punishments for it. I tell you what, Tony, if you don't meet with 2 investors next week, you have to write a check for $100 to charity. And you don't have to go that far, but you kind of get the point. It's someone that's going to push you. It's someone that you can share your goals with, someone that's going to buy into what you're doing and really help you achieve your goals that you put out. Because goals that you don't look at every week and every month and on a consistent basis, again, are just visions and just things you're throwing out there. And those things can happen. Don't get me wrong. I've had many dreams and many visions that I just put out there. I put on a dream board and I didn't necessarily attach a goal to that came to fruition. But with your business and the things you're dealing with, they're more specific. They're more numbers based. They're more more things that you really need to dial into each week to make sure that they happen. So go out there, create your goals. In fact, take some time right now after this video and put your goals down of what you want to accomplish for this business on a yearly basis. Break it down into monthly, break it down into weekly, and really get specific on what you want to accomplish and break it down into milestones. It'll make it so much easier for you to break it down into chunks. There's actually a saying that says that a journey of 1,000 miles begins with one step. And with goals, that's what they are. They're steps. They're steps to where you want to be in a certain segment of your business or certain segment of your life. And make sure that you create your life goals too. You know, what are the things that you want to accomplish in life? What are the things that you want to do to make yourself better? You know, do you want to meditate every day? For me, one of my New Year's resolutions was I want to do an hour a day every single morning before I do anything else for myself. I want to meditate. I want to work out. I want to plan my day. I want it just for me. I don't want text messages. I don't want emails. I don't want, I even tell my wife in the morning, she, we communicate and we talk sometimes in that period, but if she's, telling me stories and getting in my way, I'll nicely tell her, hey, I'm in my hour. Do you mind? Can you give me like 30 minutes and then we'll talk. And so those are, those are some things personally that you can put into place. Time for you, time to work out, time to meditate, time to go to educational events, time to, whatever it is that you want to do. Go get your nails done. Go get a massage. Go on a date night. Those things are very important too. It's not all about business and all about things you just want to accomplish in your business. It's also things that you want to accomplish in your life. So I hope you guys got a lot out of this. I hope that you go right now and at least start creating your goals and time block a time every single week to sit down with your goals. Most people do it on Sundays before they start their week. I think that's great. If for you it's Tuesday, Wednesday, Monday, whatever it is, just time block that time and do it every single week to look at your goals, to make sure you're planning your life instead of your life or your, everything else kind of just planning you, if you will. So remember to live by the 3 Ps: be positive, be present, and be passionate in every single thing you do. So we'll talk to you next time.